Welcome back to the channel, BS Gang. I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. In this video, we're going to go over the brand new festival unit for JP. Now, I am very surprised that they went with this version of Merlin. Yeah, so this is the new SSR, daughter of Bellew Merlin. She's very balanced, actually. Like, usually when you talk about a festival unit, they're broken, but she's just very balanced, and we'll get into that. But before we do, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Help me reach 4,000 subscribers. Very much appreciated. Let's go for 120 likes on today's video. Also, huge shout out to our members of the channel. As always, I love you all. But yeah, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the brand new festival unit, Merlin. So Merlin is a green festival unit. So she is the second green festival unit, which is very cool. Her passive is actually, again, balanced. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's balanced. So, negotiation with God. During the enemy's turn, each enemy skill cannot deal more than 40% of the hero's max HP. Increases attack related stats by 1% per 4% of remaining HP. So this is very nice because the first part of her passive, you cannot deal more than 40% damage. That's good. So whatever the max HP of the enemy is, you can't deal 40% of it. So if they have, like, I'm assuming if they have like a little bit of max HP, right? Let's say for example 150k, right? They cannot exceed 40% of that. So basically, people who aren't built with HP and defense, they literally cannot exceed more than 40% of their max HP, which is very nice because it hard body counters like people who are meant to one shot, like the one Escanor. Because on the live stream, even the one Escanor wasn't dealing that much damage. So it's very nice that they have this passive, because then she has longer survivability, and also they won't be able to just completely come in and just like stomp out the team, right? So it's very nice. And then her second part of her passive increases her attack related stats by 1% per 4% of remaining HP. I believe that's 25% HP at the max or something like that. So very cool. And keep in mind that that is based off remaining HP. So the less health you have, the lower your attack related stats will be. But I believe the minimum is 1%. So there you go, right? So again, if you have a lot of HP, you're going to be dealing massive amounts of attack. But if you have a little bit of HP, it's not going to be that good. I shouldn't say massive, though. I shouldn't say massive, right? I should say good damage. I don't think this Merlin is specifically made to do crazy amount of damage, right? I don't think she's made to do that much damage, because if you look at her skills, they're not like over the top crazy. We'll get into that, right? But yeah, her skills aren't over the top crazy. So again, her attack related stats buff on her passive is good to help her do damage. But again, I think her primary thing is literally just to be like a support type festival unit. And honest to God, I think she's a support type festival unit. But yeah, so let's go ahead and let's get into her skills. So her first skill, Mana Ballista, is very strong because it has Power Strike. Now, if you guys don't know what that is the same skill that Sario has on his first skill. So inflicts Power Strike damage equal to 475% of attack on one enemy. Now, this is good because you guys already know Power Strike does additional damage equal to their resistance. So if they have very high resistance, she's going to do very good damage. If they have low resistance, then not so much, right? Now, the thing about her is that this skill is only a single hit. It's not Sario's skill where it's like doing like 6 to 7 hits or something like that, right? This is only a single hit. Keep that in mind. So it's not going to be like dealing massive amounts of crits, because it only can hit one time. So if it does crit, it'll probably do crazy damage, but if it doesn't, it probably won't do that much damage, right? Again, Power Strike is very powerful, and this Merlin has very good crit chance. I believe on the stream, I've seen 83% crit chance. So she has very high base crit chance. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. They had the costumes and whatnot, but yeah, her crit chance is very, very high. Like, just very, very high in general. So good skill there. Now her second skill, double mana fusion, inflicts damage equal to 280% of attack on all enemies, infects for 2 turns. I feel like that is low. Here, we'll check. I feel like that's low for AoE infect because if I'm not mistaken, the only one who has an AoE infect is Green Demon Meliodas, right? I feel like he is. Hold on, does Dreyfus have? No, yeah, I feel like I think it might actually only be Green D Melly, because she has a single hit target. Yeah, it is. Okay, so wow, it is only him that has it. Okay, so they buffed it. Never mind. They buffed infect. That's pretty cool. They buffed the damage output, right? 280% of attack on all enemies, infects for 2 turns. They did sort of nerf the turn restriction though. The turn like duration, because Meliodas, I'm not sure if this will count, but I'm assuming they'll buff it for him as well, right? So he'll have 280% on rank 3, and then he'll only infect for 2 turns, which, I mean, I don't know if that's like really a nerf, but yeah. So anyway, very cool that they did that. So they actually buffed the damage output. 280% for AoE infect now is pretty good, and then infects for 2 turns. Now this is good because I didn't know this. Infect actually completely just restricts Goddess Elizabeth's ultimate, because if you're infecting them, Goddess Elizabeth cannot put up her barrier, and her reflect doesn't go off. So I didn't know that. That's good. That is good, because this card single-handedly nerfs her, or not nerfs her, cucks Goddess Elizabeth. So I like that a lot. Not only that, they can't heal. This might bring back Blue Fairy King. It might bring back Blue King for the cleanse, but we'll see, right? Because if they don't have someone to cleanse this, they can't heal, they can't lifesteal, they cannot do anything in terms of recovery. So this would bring one of the worst debuff effects, because I think this is pretty much the worst debuff effects. This would bring one of the worst debuff effects back, which is nice because they put on a festival unit, but we will see. We'll definitely see, because the only thing with infect is that they can still cleanse it, right? Now, if this was Disable's cleanse, oh my god, oh my god, this would be insane, but it's not. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm surprised they actually buffed the damage. That's very nice, very nice. So then her ultimate, right? All Elemental, inflicts damage equal to 400% of attack on all enemies, creates a barrier around all allies equal to 5% of the damage, which is pretty, when I'm looking at it, it's pretty weak on level 1, because there's only 5% of the damage inflicted, but it is AoE, I guess. Oh no, it is. Oh god, it does have a Goddess Elizabeth effect. So when attacked, no bonus damage effect will be applied, excluding rupture. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. So this is gonna be very interesting. So that's at level 1. At max, it does 600% of attack on all enemies, and then creates a barrier equal to 20% of the damage. I don't know if this will be stronger than Goddess Elizabeth's shield, because Goddess Eliz, her shield is based around her attack. This Merlin's basing it off of damage. So in a way, it's similar to how Ladociel's barrier works. However, her barrier puts a barrier around all allies. And then she also has the Goddess Elizabeth effect right here, right? So no bonus damage effect will be applied. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I think she's just balanced. It's crazy to say that, but I honestly think she's just balanced out of all the festival units. We'll have to see how she performs you know, when the whales obviously use her any game. But yeah, she just seems balanced. Like, not even gonna cap. She just seems balanced. Like, there's nothing like too crazy of like over the top about her. She is. I think she is gonna be good, right? I don't want to say she's trash. I don't want to just go out of my way and say, oh, she's garbage. She's not crazy OP powerful, right? But I think she is gonna just be a support type festival unit. But we'll see. I really like her passive. Like, I really think her passive is one of the best in the game, because this caps the enemies off at 40% of their max HP. Or yeah, I'm assuming of their max HP. They really should have been more specific. I'm not sure if it's Merlin's max HP or their max HP, but regardless, it does cap them, which is very nice, right? Because if it's Merlin's max HP, don't know if I actually think making her with attack and defense might be the best, because the more HP that Merlin has, that gives them more of a chance to do more damage, because even though it's capping them off at 40%, right? They can exceed 40%. If she has a lot of max HP, 40% might actually be very high. So maybe attack and defense might be the way to go. We'll see what happens in game, and we'll see all of the calculations and stuff like that. But regardless, I am hyped. You can run her with, you know, like Tarmiel, because if you run her with Tarmiel, it's over. Like, you're not gonna take much damage, because if you guys remember, because I'm pretty sure you do, Tarmiel's barrier, right? Tarmiel's barrier has, or not barrier, but his stance, you know, reduces damage taken. So it's gonna be very, very clutch if you combine his arc shield with her passive, or even if you just, you know, have Green Gill on the back or something like that. It'd be nice to do, because then all her defense related stats go up by 30%, and, you know, yada yada yada. Then you also have who am I thinking of? Okay, someone who reduces attack related stats, right? So if we look, someone who reduces attack related stats, and it can be either one of these units. Now, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a good variety of characters that do that. But still, right? You know, you can even do Estarossa even. But it is pretty cool. I don't know, like, again, I don't know how to feel about her. I think she's going to be very nice, and I think she's going to be very balanced. But as far as that goes, I think that's it. Like, she doesn't really, like, pop out as OP crazy. Like, you must summon on her banner. But she's going to be good, so I can't wait to see what she does in game. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And as always, I will see you all next time.